What is going on, guys? Now we've got the customs cache run here. I'm going to run it in offline mode just to show you the locations, and then we're going to run it in online mode just because in online mode there's too many variables that will happen in the game. So let's get right into it. So on the south bridge, if you just cross over the bridge and there are two pipes, those are your first two caches. Now I will leave a link in the description of the map that I use for this. The map has the location of all of the caches as well as all of the names I will be using. So do be careful, there are scavs that spawn just up there, but the first cache is right here. I will open them all up just so you can see what type of loot that you get. But the cache runs there are quite RNG. Now the next one is just on the opposite side in this bush here. So it's saying the runs are quite RNG. I've seen a lot of different items in the caches. Now this next part is probably the riskiest part of the run, so do be careful here. You have two options. You can either run through construction side or run this way. I prefer to run this way. Make sure you hug this ditch right in here, it's harder for people to actually shoot you. Now if you went through construction way, there is a hole in the wall just over there in front of us. So if you went that way, then you can come out of the wall there. Now the next cache is near dorms. So we'll cross over the road here. Now when you see me do this in online mode, you can see that I'm very safe. I don't do risky plays. I'm not sprinting across the map. So dorms is just over there, just as a reference point. And the next cache is in this blue container here. There it is, right in the back corner. Now the next one is just behind the bus terminal on the far corner of it. So this is the bus terminal here to our right. And once you get to the end of the bus terminal, just go slightly left and it's right here. As you see, there is a tree there to our left and then it's just behind that one. Fuel conditioner. At this point I would probably just end up extracting, just because fuel conditioner is 90k plus all the extra loot from the other ones. We would have probably around 150-200k. Now the next few are quite safe in my opinion. I do skip the one by the wall to our right. I just run straight to the back. The next one will be at the electrical poles at the back of the map. This is also a PMC spawn point. As you see, the electrical pole is just up there. It's just in the back corner here. So we've got the electrical pole there and it's just behind this bush in between the trees as well. Now if we hug the wall down to our left, will lead us straight to the next one. Now if we carry on hugging the left side here, this is the extract for scavs, I believe, the Between Rocks extract. And now the cache is just behind this bush here. There it is. Now again, just hug the wall to the left. Now if you spawned on the left hand side where we actually started the run, this is perfect because you will end right on top of your extraction point. Although if you spawned on the right hand side and you're reversing this run, you will end on the south bridge, so you do still need to travel a little bit if you've got trailer park or crossroads. Now this next one is just behind the dumpsters here to our left. All we did was hug the side of the map. Now again, just hug the left of the map just to be safe. Now this next one, there is a scav sniper spawn that I do actually see people die to quite often. It is just on our right on top of the building that I'm facing right now. He'll be right on the corner there. So make sure you take him out before you run into here. Now while we are down here, I do loot some extras here. So I loot this duffel bag there, and inside of here on the left hand side there is weapon attachment spawns, as well as a toolbox right at the back. If you also need food, there's usually food on the sofa and that chair over here. And now the next cache, if you just follow this left hand side of the wall, all the way to the back, behind this bush is the next cache, right here. Okay, we're near the end now. There's 3 caches left, all in this area. So just exit to the right here, with the hole in the wall. You go straight to your left, and behind this tree here is another cache. It's very in the open, so do be careful here. Now the next one is just behind the silos here. Just run down this road. Take a right at the end of this silo, and there's a gap where we can run through under these pipes. When you get through them, take a left, and it's behind this pole here. Another fuel conditioner. And now go back through the pole, and at the back left hand side is the last cache. Just at the back of this bush. Now just from this run in offline mode, you can see we've got 2 fuel conditioners and the green gunpowder, so that's a pretty good amount of money. Now our extraction, if you spawned on the left hand side, would be right here, ZB1011. And now we'll get into the online version of this run. Alright, so we've just loaded in, fairly decent spawn. There's a cache right behind us, which is perfect. Some BP rounds. We're keeping an eye out over here because there are other PMCs that have spawned next to us. They tend to run over here. Making sure our meds are actually bound to a key. Now before we loot this cache, we're just gonna have a little scope around. There's some bullets right next to us. Just making sure that nobody's gonna smack us when we start looting this. So we're not sprinting here because we don't want to make too much noise. Trying to play it safe. Going around the outskirts of the map. Keeping an eye over here. Trying to avoid running into the bushes. So I see a lot of new players doing is they'll just, like I did right then, run into a bush and it makes a lot of noise. So there's some action up here. Gonna have a little peek, see what I can see. Can't see anything too close to us, so it looks like we're okay for now. Keep an eye to our right, just in case there are still any PMCs hanging around on the outside. We do not have a suppressor on our guns, so we want to avoid firing as much as possible. Just trying to get a nice, safe loot run here. Now if you're doing this purely for money, I do suggest just running in with a pistol. That way you're not risking as much and you still have the ability to kill scavs. Now there's some fighting over there by the gas station, I believe, by the sounds of it. Again, we're just gonna avoid all of the combat if possible. Now here I actually do sprint, just because it's such an open area, I don't want to be here for too long. Keep an eye to my right as well, as there was gunshots over there. And as I said in offline mode, you want to check to see if that sniper is up there. By the looks of it, he is not. I just saw somebody over there. Here he's dead. It just means I don't want to stick around here for too long. By the looks of it, was a hatchet runner. There's some loot spawns here that we can take. A stock, I'll actually use that. If we find some other good loot, we can drop the stock because it's not worth too much. Yeah, that guy was running with a pistol. There's some gunshots to our right, it's quite close. Gonna loot this guy. I'm gonna assume that he was doing a loot run as well. No. Might have tried to, but clearly cut him off before he could. Trying to be quick in this area. I did shoot. It was only one bullet, which it's quite hard to pinpoint that single bullet, but it's still noise that attracts players. Quickly loot this one. I'm actually going to drop that stock. It's not worth too much. It's not really worth me holding on to it. There's a lot of gunshots down there. Do not want to be a part of that. This one is risky to loot just because it's so in the open. Don't need any of these, don't need any of those, don't actually need those. Take an IFAC. Take gunpowder as well. Okay, so let's have a look at our extracts. Okay, not too bad. We can go check the roadblock on the way down, see if that's open. And we're running here just because it's such an open area, we don't want to get caught out here. Definitely utilize your gamma container here. Actually, hear a player. He's gone all silent. Which is quite worrying to me. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get some gunshots to our right. We're gonna flank round here and see where he went. I can hear some more footsteps. Don't know if they're in that building or not. But that might be a two-man squad, and if it is, this is quite a bad spot to be in. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go down this way. We might have to give up that last cache in the corner up there. It's because I don't feel like dying to that guy. Just gonna run over here just to check around here, see if there's any players around. See if I can see him running down here just in case he ran off. So while we're here, we can check the back of the van. There is 2 computers in the back here. Great to check for flash drives. No flash drives. So this guy still has me on edge. He might be extract camping. Again, this is such a bad place for me to be. Yeah, we're gonna loot back, we're gonna risk it, we're gonna get greedy for that last cache. Let's see if we can spot him. The door is open, so he might have actually just ran to extract. Now I don't want to open that cache. He might be hiding in these bushes here, so I'm going to have a look first. The looks of it are all clear. Gonna close that just in case he's camping in the barrels down there. So if he comes up, I will hear him. Nothing too valuable there. Yeah, that guy's just extracted, I expect. Not heard him around here for a while. Quite unfortunate. Could have had some nice loot on him. Now I'm pretty sure I just heard a scav just opposite us. Yeah, there's somebody to our left there. Expect it's probably just a scav. We're just playing it safe, hanging around, looking for any movement. Can't see any movement, so we're just gonna try and get across. So I'm staying towards cover, as I did hear someone in there, so if I actually get shot, I have somewhere to run. So there's some guy to our right. Somebody over there. There's a sniper somewhere. Don't know if that was a shot at me actually. Quite a bad spot for us to be in. Don't want to be a part of any of this, so we're just going to try and run over here safely. From the sounds of it, there's actually guys in front of us. He's probably at the old gas station. Okay, so everything's all keybound up. Always make sure. I've had so many cases where I die because my meds are not bound. It's to our right, near construction. We'll run over here. Don't want any part of that fighting over there. Especially not in a spot like this. Now we're not using any keys in this run, so we do have to jump over the car, which is quite annoying. It makes a lot of noise. People know that we're there. Just crouching here, just sound-touring a little bit. Thing with these bushes is if there's somebody on the opposite side, probably gonna get mowed down. So we're gonna loot the back of the car as well for the key. There's a key that spawns in the back of this one here. We did not get it. Every time. Now this is a risky area. The scav boss can spawn up there, so I try and move out as quick as possible. Moving over to left here. If you run and go prone, you can actually go under that instantly, instead of actually crawling underneath. And again, try to avoid the bushes as much as you can, they make so much noise. So what we're doing now, we're just going to cross over here. There's a player. Just checking if he's got any teammates trying to reposition. By the looks of it, he was solo, but I'm just going to loop around just in case. Yep, definitely solo by the looks of it. We're just going to go over and loot him. See what we get. So I want that. I don't actually need the AK, I'll take the Hunter. Take the M80 rounds. Trying to be as quick as possible here. Got a wallet on him. Let's drop in the things that we don't actually need. It's all good. Try to loot as quick as you can, especially as a solo player. After you take a kill. Just gonna come over here, reload, drop down mags, we're an idiot. Okay, that's another guy dead. Game, we're gonna loop around. Not sure if he's got any teammates. Just having a quick scan around. It's quite an open area. It looks like he was solo, can't hear anybody else, can't see anybody else. And where did I kill him? It's down here? Yeah. Okay, we're gonna do a quick loot here. All of this rubbish, don't need any of this. Just gonna end up dropping all of these. Is there another player? Thought I heard another player, but apparently not. And this guy's got some loot. No attachments I want to take. Don't actually need any of that. And we are getting quite greedy here. Hey ho. That's super close to us. Okay, don't need any of that, right. No, I think we're just gonna try and get out of here. We have a lot of loot. I think we've got smuggler's boat. We do. We can loot this last one on the way. There's a scav over here. Yeah, we just want to try and get out as quick as possible here. Trying to avoid combat. We are at dorms, which is super high traffic. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna try and avoid this. Loot back here. Okay, so we found some cover. Avoiding that fight completely. We don't want any part of that. They looked like they were just coming out of dorms. Just gonna med up and try and get out of this. Now, this is also a risky area, but it's clearly a lot safer than running next to some PMCs. I expect actually in a team, I did hear a lot of gunfire. We're gonna make a run for it here. Again, we just want to get out as fast as possible. Now the issue with teams is they're going to be a lot slower. They're not going to run because they'll just end up scattering. So as a solo player, use that to your advantage. Use your stealthiness, your speed, mobility. And we really want to try and get out here. Big guy there, I'm not going to bother looting that. The scavs do spawn up here quite a lot, so I'm being careful. I do actually hear one down there. Let's sprint into cover. Here, one to my right, just over here. Can't actually extract right here. There we go. So there's the cash run, bit of action in there as well. Just play smart, play to your strengths. Again, if you're a solo player, you see there, I saw somebody near dorms. I assumed he was in at least a team of 2. I heard a lot of gunfire, a lot of nades up there. So I just dipped. No point in trying to fight that, especially in the open fields like that. Near dorms. If I shoot up there, loads of other people will come running. So let's check out the loot that we got. Now that wasn't an amazing loot run, we didn't really get a lot of the rare items, but we still got a decent amount of items. The items that you actually want to look out for is the gunpowder there. I've seen rollers as well before, but the gunpowder sells for quite a bit. So here's the loot that we got. We got some ammo, we got the blue gunpowder, which isn't the expensive one. I believe it's the green one that's the expensive one. I keep forgetting. It's either the green or the red. We got some ammo. You do get a lot of different ammo. Some of them are crap, but some of them are really good. We got 53 BP rounds, so that's 300 rubles each. We got some weapons from the fighting. I believe we actually got a weapon in one of the caches as well. Yeah, we got an AK in one of the caches. We got a filter, some bolts. Bolts are about 10k each. Screw nuts about 10k each. An Alyonka chocolate. That's about 15k. Oh no, not a bad run. We got the tool set as well, 25k. So if you've enjoyed this type of video where I actually show you an offline mode and then proceed to do an online mode, then please let me know by leaving a like on the video. Now, like I said, in an online match there's too many variables you have to take into consideration. Some caches you can't get to because they're just too high traffic, or you end up taking a fight, getting some loot, and you just want to extract. Now the caches are there for some extra loot. Now if you've got any questions, then just leave a comment down below and I'll get back to you guys. Apart from that, I'll see you in the next video.
I'm gonna throw my memories away. Now I feel undone, and I am cursed by every day till my time is gone. I've never felt this way before, and